Hey, morning, Ssega.
Morning.
Yes. This is said that it's your first time to come to China. So could you please give us some the three keywords at the very first you think about China?
So China, now having been here for almost 2 weeks,
yes.
I would say big.
Big, yeah.
Bigger than I thought. Colorful,
yes, colorful.
And then flowers.
I've
seen lots of gardens, greenery and flowers, and even with the food I've eaten flowers and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good.
No, so I hadn't really heard of Guangxi beforehand, because normally we hear about the big cities in China, and then in the north, because it's more like desert region and stuff, and then obviously being from the UK, Hong Kong, and Hong Kong's part of China, so we only hear about those places. Yes. Then when I heard and read more about Guangxi, then when I said flowers beforehand and greenery, that's because when I read it was such a green, wonderful, beautiful place.
Yes.
Everyone says it's beautiful, but then the other key thing is the fact that there are so many ethnic groups here. So from the music side of it, then I was really excited. So these different places, what's funny is when I said China was big, is again, scale. So I'm from London, and our city is 8 million. So that's the biggest.
Yes.
So when you start putting cities in China scale, then it's like very different. But then it was really nice to go to the other smaller towns, and just to see how the pace, like how quick, how people are, and even when in Sanjiang, when we went to the Dong village. And so the Ma'an people, it's really nice, and even within the Dong ethnic group, to see the different traditions, the different clothes and different instruments and the dances. So it's really interesting to see, okay, there are these different ethnic groups, and then within them there are some similarities, like with the clothes. And that was something, because we went to the Guilin museum as well. Then to see it there was really good, and it's just beautiful and it makes sense. And the most exciting thing was, as a musician, to then spend a day in Guilin with Tianye and travel out to Yangshuo.
Yes.
And so for me, why it was like amazing and so special is I could see where he sort of lived, grew up, and where he goes for inspiration, and then why it made sense with the type of music he makes, and then going on the Li River, and you get an idea of, this is where the music's coming from, and this is what people are like. So that was amazing.
Yes, and I think in Huanjiang there still have some the students, the kids. Yes. At the first time they saw you, and they get very surprised. Then they sing a song to you, right? Do you remember?
Yeah. So that's exciting too, because that's what's cool about this residency, is the fact that I'm in the city. Later on going to the capital, going to Beijing, and even in Chengdu, I'm pretty sure they're more used to seeing foreigners. So now going to the small towns and villages, and it's just so exciting, especially in Guangzhou, seeing the school kids. And it was just lucky.
Yes.
It was for San Yuesan, it was their day off. They were getting prepared for their big cultural event of the year. And then for them, and especially the parents, just being encouraging the students, 10-year-old, speak English, say, practice your English. And they were just so excited, and for them to sing the songs that they learn at school as well. It was really nice, and that's really nice, that feeling, and also for them to give us food as well, which was really good.
Yes, and also I noticed the students, they may just put out their English book.
Some English school books, which was nice. But it was just it was amazing, because the fact that they sung for me, it it shows that even in their school class that they learn their traditional songs, you know, and that's part of their culture at 10, where it's nice. They've still got music is important to them, and then they've got Sanyue-san. And actually, what was nice is the local government there to then arrange, because I was doing the performance, which was really amazing, just on the river there. But it was nice how the local officials were like, "Oh, now come and see this ethnic, you know, come and see where this village.
Yes.
Come and see this village, and come and see where I was able to see the Liuzhou masters, and then have a go on that instrument." And it was nice because it's like they're helping promote the different cultures within China, within the Guangxi autonomous region.
Yes.
And that's really nice. So I guess different. I think what's quite good is because I haven't really gone to a rural village, so I don't know what it's like in the where they might have been originally. So it's hard to say, but I think some of the different ethnic groups, I think they're happier because the fact that within the year, the calendar, they do have events where they can show off their culture. So it's not like they've moved from the village, they've moved to a bigger city or a bigger town, and then they have to forget their culture. They've got these things where they can still celebrate their culture. So I think that makes it easier, and I think that makes them happier. So I think that definitely helps. But then it's hard to see just on one visit whether they're truly happier than before. But that's a problem anywhere in the world, where when people move from the village, because there's more work in cities. So you know, Uganda, where my parents or families from, it's the same thing. In the UK, it's the same thing, because you know there's more work in the cities. I think the main point is at least have the link back to your local area and the opportunity to go back.
Yes.
So, and it's nice because I was to be here when it's the festivals where you can see people are going back.
Yes. And also maybe I think with this kind of the connection, they would have the more opportunity to share their own culture to the outside world.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Also, we went to some like the scenery area, and then we know that the Guilins and the Guangxi's the scenery views are very beautiful and maybe tops of China. So, what's your favorite one? So my favorite bit of scenery so far, just because it's been quite rainy during this period, but then the one day when we went to Yangzhou and we went to the place to go on the river, and the place where the 20 yuan note is that drawing comes from. That was absolutely amazing. Just to for Tianyi to drive us down and then past all the karst mountains. The karst mountains just like magical. I don't know where they came from, and it was just the sunniest day ever. So to drive down and then to go on the river and to see all of that. And is it the 12 horses or is it 9 horses? Oh yeah, the pink the wall on the mountain, right?
Yeah. So and just seeing that was just magical. That was my favorite. But it seems everywhere you go, even now in Liuzhou, when I was just walking around, because I really appreciate in this residency to have some time where I can actually just walk around the streets and see people in the restaurant or whatever doing normal life. And then I was meant to go to a museum, but then I just went to a random park, and it was just so beautiful, you know. And it's not like Dragon Pool Park where we went, where you know that's the big attraction. This is just a small local park near the river, and the flowers and everything, and seeing everybody there taking pictures of themselves and their friends and stuff. It was just really nice.
Okay, that's very good.
So I think in terms of the different groups, it was interesting, and it sort of makes more sense the fact that in the schedule we've gone around and we've seen the scenery. So, and then just to hear like in Liuzhou, apparently the ladies are very powerful here.
Yes.
And then you can see it in the restaurants and in different places. And then in the more mountainous region, apparently they talk really loud, and you can hear, because in Europe the equivalent would be in Switzerland, where they have mountains and they got yodeling, a type of singing, which is yodeling, and it reverberates in the mountains. So seeing, and even we've seen opera in 3 different places. So in Sanjiang, and then in Guilin in the city as well.
Yes.
And then here in Liuzhou, and even there, seeing the different types of how the even though there are more similarities here than say to another ethnic group in the real far north of China, you can still see the differences. And it's really nice to understand, to visit the place, and then you understand why there are these differences. And to taste the rice noodles, a different type of rice noodles.
Because of rice noodles.
Yeah. Yeah. So already mentioned Tianyi.
Tianyi. Yeah.
So that was really nice, because we went to go to someone's house. So to go to his house and to see his family house, and to see his father's amazing artwork just around, and you could see the environment. It was amazing. And then for him to play one of his songs on guitar, and even when we were driving down, he put on his songs. And what was amazing is Evan started singing the songs, and then I was like, "Oh, Evan, you know this song?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's because last time when she came to visit to prepare for the residency, she heard the songs." And it goes to show how if something's a good song, it can connect to other people.
Yeah, connect to people.
Yeah, so that was brilliant to see like an individual artist, and it seems he's very much connected to Guilin.
Yes.
So the fact he has the tattoos of the Elephant Hill Mountain, and he has different tattoos from the area, and even his songs is connected. So that was brilliant. And then the first thing at San Yuesan Festival in Guangxi, that was amazing to meet Ma Bang. So that was fantastic, just because I love their music. So because applying for the residency, that was the first thing that I was sent, and I was like, this is like amazing. I really, really liked it. And then to see how they collaborated with the Miao Liuzhou player, and they had literally just met the day before, and then to bring him on, and then to go to the Miao village, and then to see the Liuzhou, and then it made sense. Even the movements, where you play the instrument, and then you move with it, and even the dance steps, then the whole thing makes sense. So seeing a band like Ma Bang, who tour internationally, but then still go back to do cultural festivals, then to see how they collaborate on stage with the different musicians, the sort of the real traditional musicians, and to see how that still works, that was exciting. And then even musicians in the opera, stuff, the singers there, and then to see how that works. So what's funny is, even though I said these places are big, these are just like, they're big, but I can tell that there must be some other cities which are bigger and crazier. Just because in London the streets are like smaller, but but then it's like really busy, especially in the middle. So here it kind of feels nice because you can walk around and you can go around and it's not too busy. So the buildings are big, the streets are big, but it doesn't feel too crazy. So it feels quite relaxed, even though there are quite a few, well, there could be like 4 million people or wherever in these different places. And so in terms of homesick, not necessarily, just because there's so much to see and do. So it's kind of, there's so much to take in.
Yeah.
So
almost forget the homesick.
Yeah. And the food is amazing. So the food is just like, has been crazy. So the weirdest thing, what's funny is chicken feet actually.
Chicken feet
actually tasted different from what I expected it to be. So so chicken feet, just because the crunchiness of it.
Yeah.
So chicken feet wasn't. And I think maybe these chickens are bigger just because there's more to it. Before I would have thought it was small. Then there's been loads of different things, and I've eaten like everything. But what's interesting is the flavor is good and it makes sense. Yeah. So it's not like, so there's deviled egg. That looks funny. Deviled egg look.
Deviled egg, yeah.
That looked kind of funny. But then everything is, if someone says, oh, it's this, then you might be like, oh, that's strange. But then when you eat it first, then it's not too strange. And there's just so much different variety. And it's just so nice.
Yes. And what do you like best?
Oh, do you know, luckily I do like rice noodles.
Yes, well, that's great because
so that's
some of the people, because some of the people think that the rice noodle is not the rice, it's not the noodle. Some people may don't like that, especially for the foreigners. So luckily
I do.
Yeah.
So this has been like a blessing. So that's good. So what's funny is on the first day, I said, when I was taken to the restaurant by Danny and Evan, and I said before that with tofu once, I had an experience where there was a big block of tofu and it was too much. And they were like, oh no, you don't like tofu. And then I was like, I've offended them, I shouldn't have said. But the difference is, so I've had tofu. In fact, I even added tofu to my tofu dessert to my rice noodles by mistake. I didn't realize it was a dessert. But the difference is with tofu, it's because with everything here, it's been flavored, so it's fine. So I've had it in different, almost like barbecue tofu, and then something else. So the salt egg was strong. The salt egg was quite strong. But to be honest, I think I've eaten everything. And I think maybe there are just some things where I would eat not that much of. So like there was the milk.
Like the soury milk.
The soury milk thing, which was nice because it worked with the cranberry like sauce or jam. But then I couldn't eat too much of that. So, but I'm surprised. I've managed to eat the food, like everything, to pass the tests, I hope. So me, so my music style, I think energetic. And what's quite funny is you watch the interview and normally I'm just like quite calm and this. But then when I go on stage, I like get possessed. So it's just energetic because with the lyrics that I write and it's sort of like storytelling. So, and I do feel I enjoy performing so much. So I do feel, and also you want to put on a show. So especially for audience. So Huanjiang, they have some people performing their local songs and the bands they know. So for people who don't know my songs, I still want to put on a performance where they can be like, oh, that was exciting. Let me go and listen to his songs. So my style is the tempo, the speed is quite up tempo, and I want it to be quite melodic. So with the melodies, so I'm singing along, and something that can work even if you don't know the language. And that's the exciting thing now, is for me, having been born and lived in London.
Yes. Okay.
And that influence from stuff there, and then obviously my parents, the East African, Uganda, East African, all of that musical influence, and just having the internet, being a kid who had the internet, so all these different things coming to me. It's nice music that I've made in London to start to travel to different parts of the world, and then for people to enjoy it and to react, and then I can see, oh look, this is working, and that's amazing. So what's quite exciting is, I think for the first time, the first song, I think one of the first, the first song, it's quite.
It's kind of hard.
It's quite hard, but I do know like one of the streaming channels, Netties, they did spotlight Stuck in the Middle. My song Stuck in the Middle, yeah, okay. When that came out. So they put that on like the front page.
Oh yes.
Yeah, with like Drake, Florence and the Machine, Gorillaz. So they put my song, which was crazy. So on all of their homepages. So I thought with that one, Stuck in the Middle, they would quite get that because it's got a nice groove. So that was cool. But then performing, they really like Stop Making Sense. Yeah. So they really like that. Yeah. So that was exciting, to come here and perform and say, oh, Stop Making Sense. That one went down well. Yeah, definitely. And what's really good about with this is to get the opportunity, and it's not just like I'm just in a recording studio in another country and working with different music. So to get the opportunity to see different people and to see how music fits into their life, then it's super exciting, because it may be something where, again, like with the Huanjiang, where it was what they learn at school, like different cultural songs. So then it might be cool to then say, oh, hold on, let me try something that they can like sing and do. So it might be something where not me performing, but something for them, or maybe like a song which will kind of help them between Chinese and then with English, and they can mix the two. And then also when I've seen the opera and when I've seen some of the other things, I'd love to do more like projects where it crosses over with art, performance, drama, or maybe some of the cultural musicians. So I'd love, and doing this residency, that helped. Yes, I would love to, and I think that's really, it's been nice just how people have been really open and nice just to me coming here and performing to them. And then with the other musicians, I'd love collaboration. I'd love like more collaborations with. Definitely, I'd be super excited to do something with Marban, and then also just Laojian here in Liuzhou. How he was showing, that was brilliant, going around the opera venue that he runs here, and then going through the different instruments and stuff. So even though, like we said, he's not a musician, but he loved the love and the passion for the instruments and showing, that side of it. Then it'll be nice. I just love to do collaboration. However, so outside of music, do you know what? It's crazy.
I know you got a PhD degree.
Yeah,
Dr. Ssega.
Yeah, so I did got PhD in laser spectroscopy at Cambridge University. So that's not your normal. That's not what your normal pop star does.
Yeah, does the pop star does the laser?
Yeah. So that's not really the usual thing. But what's funny is making music, because even now before I was in a lab with really expensive equipment and lasers, and just doing all the research, trying to write research papers and looking at different chemicals and biological things and stuff. But then now it was by myself, and then now I'm like by myself in a studio. So even though it's not science and lasers and light and physics, it's funny because I'm just by myself doing music and words and something else. So that discipline is kind of like is kind of similar. So after Liuzhou. So
yeah, left Liuzhou. I think maybe Nanning and
So Nanning, there's a full moon party.
Yes.
And then super excited. Yeah, so after that, then going to Nanning, so then full moon party. But then I'm absolutely super excited for Strawberry Festival in Chengdu.
And that is super Strawberry Festival.
Yeah, it's a super strawberry. So that looks. I've only seen pictures and some my favorite Western artists like The Prodigy, Justice, and then Alt J from the UK. So loads of cool Western people have been booked for the Strawberry Festival. So to be on the billing of a big Chinese and it's Super Strawberry Festival, it's going to be so exciting and it's going to be great. So I really want to. I've got a special shirt. For it, specially made, and I'm looking forward to performing in Chengdu. So I'm super looking forward to that.
So it's still like the secrets.
Yeah. No one has seen it. Not even customs have seen this.
Yeah. Yes, and also another performance in Beijing. Yeah, I think it's on April 29th.
Yeah, April 29th, Omni Space in Beijing.
Yes.
Which I read about the venue and it seems really cool. And actually, this is the cool thing about China. It's really exciting time for music and for the culture. Just because even the fact I'm here, it's really exciting because it seems towns and different places, people have been successful. And now they're saying, okay, look, now let's try and put our money into the cultural things and then to bring them up. So then going to Beijing is going to be amazing. So to have the residency and then to see different sides of China, not just saying, there's just the capital or big city Chengdu. So seeing the different sides and performing to different crowds. So it's going to be amazing. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess for the audience, check out my music online. So on the different music streaming things. So
just like Apple
Ssega.
Music.
Yeah, Apple Music is there. So check it online. And then finally, I have to say thank you for the opportunity for British Council and PRS Foundation for bringing me out here, and then Pollux Music for being amazing hosts. Absolutely amazing host. So all of them working together, it's been such a brilliant experience so far and a great opportunity. So, and thanks to China as well.